welcome to this week's episode of Guardians and Gladiators. My name is Lauzie, as always, on this fresh Thursday evening, rainy day, and opening day for the Major League Baseball. It happens today. A couple of good games happening today. Anyways, this will be episode 70, and that means the countdown to 100 begins today. And let's start it. We are here today, first time sit down interview this season at SARI Therapeutic Riding Center. And here is our guest today from SARI is Kathryn. And how are you today?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Thank you.
So how did SARI begin?
Yeah, so SARI began with Sid and Jean Greenberg, who are the mother and father of Sari Greenberg, or Sarah is her formal name. And they really started SARI to open up the opportunities and the awareness around disability back in the 70s, and really kind of invite community members in to access services and really share the love of horses and provide them an engaging opportunity.
So their daughter, as like there's articles all over the front entrance, had disabilities, and is is that why they started this program?
Yeah, so they started the program. Sari was diagnosed with Down syndrome at birth, and the at the time there wasn't really a lot of opportunities for community programs and other things for individuals with disabilities, especially children and youth with disabilities such as Down syndrome, which affects every aspect of their life. So their goal was to really enrich those lives and welcome them into a community group where they could engage.
So is anybody part of the family still engaged here? And
Yeah. So we unfortunately Sid and Jean Greenberg have passed, but their son and Sari's brother David Greenberg is still very much involved at Sari, and we actually just welcomed his horse onto our property and into our program, Kevin. So we have a Greenberg legacy happening.
and what kind of programs and services do you guys provide here?
Yeah, so our most popular, our claim to fame, is our therapeutic riding program. So this is where we invite individuals with the disability into our facility. We recommend or we ask that they bring a physician's referral with them, and we facilitate goal oriented lessons where they get on the horse. They work on skills such as physical strength, stamina, stability, and other goals such as communication, social skills, independence, confidence, you name it. That's our most popular program, but we do have some other programs as well. So we have a few unmounted programs for individuals who wouldn't benefit necessarily from getting on the horse. So working on horsemanship skills from the ground, grooming, um, emotional regulation, co-regulation with the horse, skills like that. So we that can be done in our grooming program. We also have a program called Beyond the Saddle, which incorporates all of those skills with life skills. So cooking, budgeting, shopping, those types of programs as well. And yeah, we're really looking to expand into the equine assisted learning field as well, which is kind of our focus going forward.
What's the ages that you guys provide to?
Yeah, so our youngest age is 4, and we go all the way up to when it's no longer doable for that individual. I think our oldest participant right now is 72, I believe. So
Wow.
it's the day is young for many people.
And there's like different things that they do. Like in April is a small little competition you guys put on, and how does that go?
Yeah, so in this early to late spring, we usually have our in-house competition called Show Your Stuff. And it's where we invite all of our current participants to come together on a day It's a friendly competition. We do give out ribbons. We do award progress and the skill building in that day, but it's really just a day for everybody to come together, showcase what they've been doing, um, and enjoy being all in one place together.
With all the programs, there must be a lot of volunteers that work here and commit their time here and enjoy. How's that working?
Yeah, it really takes a village, I will say. To run this well-oiled machine, it takes a village. We currently have about 370 volunteers on our roster.
Wow.
Yeah, and because each lesson has up to 6 volunteers, we really rely on our volunteer efforts to help us facilitate these lessons, whether it be physically supporting the rider on the horse, providing emotional support while they're riding, helping them to control the horse, or simply helping them to get the horse ready for the lesson. We really do tailor our volunteer efforts to suit what that rider needs.
How many people are enrolled for your programs?
Yeah. So right now we have over 200 participants per year, but to be a bit more specific, we have 126 participants per week. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like I said, it's a well-oiled machine, and it really does take every being in this building to help us make it run smoothly.
And the horses here are donated from different families and other farms.
Sometimes, yeah, we get our horses from a variety of different sources. Sometimes we are lucky enough for families to donate horses that they feel would be a good fit. Unfortunately, that's not always doable for us. So we do purchase horses. We have a budget that we can work with if we need something very specific. Sometimes we also get horses that are loaned to us for a certain period of time. It really depends on what our program needs and what the community is willing to support us with.
And you guys do a lot of you have some fundraisers you do. One of your big ones is the auction during the winter ride in November. And how did that come about?
Yeah, so I think we have 4 or 5 key fundraisers throughout the year, one of which is the artisan auction. That was really developed to bring in local art and local um, community members to kind of showcase with us. So, a big value of SARI's is to facilitate that community and bring community members in to see what we're doing. And so, the artisan auction came about to do that. So we at that event we have a silent auction where we auction off items. This past year we had an incredibly successful artisan auction where we had a live auction for the first time. We had it in our arena, and the arena was full of people. We had an auctioneer. It was magical to watch. We purchased a horse at that auction. To see everybody's generosity come together was just, I was in tears at the event.
Usually that's an online auction, right?
Mm-hmm. So we offer it both in person and online. Usually we set up all the items here if people want to come see, but we also do have an online option for those who can't necessarily get here. And the bidding also occurs online.
Yeah. And then your other fundraisers are like the Bowl of Pony.
Yes, Bowling for Ponies. Yep. That's a fun one. That one's really geared towards bringing the younger generation in. So we invite our participants. We welcome everybody to come bowl. We invite local barns in the area to come bowl as well, and just raise money for our herd.
Nice. And then, of course, your second most probably the biggest one is your golf tournament.
Yes. Our golf tournament is, each of our fundraisers is tailored to a different demographic. And so our golf tournament is geared towards our corporate sponsors and individuals that are looking to kind of get outside, introduce the summer, and do it all for a great cause at SARI.
And you have like different both your different programs. They start from little bridges all the way to
Yeah, so we our littlest program is our Little Britches, where we invite kiddos to come out and experience the farm for a day, and it goes all the way up. We've just started introducing Big Britches now, where we invite adults, and it's turned out to be a little bit of a ladies group right now, though it's not exclusive to ladies. That is kind of the demographic that it has tailored to, and it's really quite cool to see the different programs evolve and tailor to different demographics.
and then like you have different summer camps throughout the summer and how's that?
Yeah, so we have a summer camp. Our summer camp is one of our most popular events. As soon as we open registration, 90% of it is full within 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
It's pretty spectacular. It's an integrated summer camp, so we welcome both individuals with and without a disability, which is often nice for families that want to send multiple kids to camp, their siblings, which we find to be super wholesome. It's a great day. It's a day camp, so the kids come from 9 to 4 and they engage in all different activities, including a riding lesson. We invite the Arva Fire Department to come and they have a water day. They get to spray the hose all over everybody. It's hilarious to watch. We invite guest speakers in. Sometimes we'll invite the vet in to come and talk about their job. We'll invite exotic animal places to come in and they bring guests with them. It really depends on the summer. It's super fun and engaging.
Yeah. I know Chloe's been here since I think age of 5 and
I remember little Chloe.
and she loves it here. I see we see like some um it, members come in all grumpy and having a bad day, but right when they get on that horse, they change pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the magic that happens when the participant gets on the horse. We have, like you said, people come in, they've just had a bad day. The nice thing or the cool thing about horses is that as soon as you start to react a certain way, the horse picks up on that and then their behavior changes. So we call that regulation, co-regulation. So when you start to act a certain way, like if you come into the interaction anxious or worried or angry or something, the horse will pick up on that and they say, oh my gosh, what are we afraid of? So you need to calm yourself down in order to help the horse calm themselves down, which is a super cool dynamic to watch. My favorite is to watch young kids that are very apprehensive to get on the horse. As soon as they set bum in the saddle, they're a completely different individual.
Yeah.
And it brings tears to your eyes to watch that change happen. It's pretty profound.
Yeah, I know some nights Chloe's like, I don't want to go today. I don't know. You're going. And then she changes quickly when she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do for SARI?
Yeah. So I'm currently I've been in all the different roles here. I've been here for about 10 years. But currently I'm the program manager. So I take care of filling the program, offering spots, making sure that each spot is suited to the individual. I also supervise a number of our instructors and staff that work here as well, making sure that safety remains a top priority, as well as that the quality of our program is what we want it to be, as well as encouraging our staff to pursue professional development opportunities, becoming certified, and everything like that.
Being the program manager, it must be tough at times with everybody signing up all at once and trying to figure out what program goes to who.
Absolutely. It is very challenging and I do it's one thing that keeps me up at night actually. But the days where I get to offer spots to people or I get to say, I know you've been on the wait list for a long time, but we finally have a spot for you. or to say, I may not be able to give you a spot in this program, but what about this? And trying to make that all work. Those moments make it all worth it. I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing to do this role.
You must have a long waiting list of everybody trying to get in, because some don't know about here, but then they know their friends and whatever join, and they're like, we need to get on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lengthy wait list. However, it does move around and shift. It's very dependent on a bunch of different factors, such as participant weight, their availability, their what they're looking for to get out of the lesson. Um, and it changes on the daily. We welcome any and all applications, but it does it's one of the downsides, unfortunately, and that's due to our system being not perfect. Our social services system in this community, we're definitely lacking in services in some areas, and community participation is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? With the horses, like lessons for the horse riding.
Yeah.
What lessons are they learning how to do, and what they can do with the horse?
Yeah. So in our riding program, the typical things that they'll do, we usually set up an obstacle course of some kind or using our equipment to accomplish certain tasks. And those tasks are really geared towards what the rider wants to focus on, whether it be the rider or the parent or the caregiver. So, for example, we'll set up a pattern that involves circles if the rider is working on balance and stability and or steering and basic riding skills. Sometimes we'll set up games to encourage riders to work on following direction, multi-step directions, or we'll set up social activities. So we'll have a station where they actually get involved with the other rider and socialize. And we can really tailor it to whatever works for that rider. And we're very creative. We're very creative, and we're very good at combining a skill that needs to be worked on with a fun activity. And how can we accomplish those things together without doing raw exercises, if you will.
And there some lessons are more advanced than others.
Yeah, so we have some of our riders are more advanced than others. It really depends on what they're working on. We have some riders like Chloe who are coming to learn how to ride in an inclusive atmosphere. So they are learning beginner, intermediate, and advanced skills like controlling their horse, going off lead where they don't have anyone assisting them, steering their horse through a desired pattern, all those types of skills. But then we have some riders who are coming for the physical benefit of the horse's movement. So I have one rider, for example, she describes her lessons as like a physio session without doing the physio exercises. The horse's movement encourages her body to settle and relax as if she were doing a physio exercise.
Nice. I know, like, there's no jumping here. I know
no.
Chloe always says we need jumping here, but there's no room. And
unfortunately, yeah, the jumping element is something that we do not have the expertise for or the bandwidth for in our facility right now. Hopefully, maybe it could be a future goal of ours, but that would be a lofty goal.
yes. Yeah. What else? But with like, sometimes the horses can't do because of an injury or an illness. So what do the athletes, let's say that, go do lessons that way if they can't ride their horses?
Yeah. So with any animal, things happen. Life happens. lessons. So what we notice sometimes is our horses are, we call it lame. So they limp or they can't do the lesson necessarily. So what we do is we encourage those riders to do what we call an alternative lesson format. So we recognize that the consistency of coming to the facility, engaging with the horse, building that bond is really important for our riders. So rather than saying your lesson's canceled, we say, come on out to the farm if you choose, and we will arrange for something else to happen. So in that case, we take the rider down to the barn. We teach them about what's going on with their horse. Do they have a sprained ankle per se, or do they have an injury of some kind? Maybe we can teach the rider how to help us treat it. Maybe we're just focusing on some skills from the ground. And what's really cool is that when those lessons do happen, we often see a different side of our riders come out. So we'll see a one-on-one bond with the horse, because when our riders come to ride, they only see the horse from the back of their head and their neck, right?
Yeah.
But when they're on the ground interacting with that horse, it's a whole different dynamic. And that is really a part of horseback riding, is getting to know your horse and bonding with them and establishing that trust. And so that's what we really try to foster when we do have to do an alternative lesson. We recognize that, yes, it sucks that you can't ride your horse. Absolutely. I'm always sad when I can't. But it's just as important to work on those things from the ground as well.
Yeah. Oh, what else? I think that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Happy to do it.
Yeah, this was the first time doing this sit down face to face interview this way. Check them out on their website. SARI. What's the website?
Therapeutic. So it's just SARI, SARI.ca.
And then you can find more information on what they do here and maybe sign up. Who knows? Anyways, folks, until next time, be kind, be safe. See you later.